So I think that in a couple of other videos, I've made reference to the fact that I'm on the board of directors of a local interfaith group. And at the end of each of our board meetings, the president asks one of the members to recite some kind of inspirational reading. And I've done that three times, and generally I've done very sort of Buddhist kinds of readings, which makes sense. But this last time when he asked me to do it, I discovered online a prayer that sort of integrates Christian and Buddhist ideas, in the sense that what this fellow Francis X. Clooney did, and he's a member of the Society of Jesus, what he did was he interwove elements from the famous prayer attributed to St. Francis of Assisi with the Bodhisattva Vow. And he did this in the context of some closing comments he made at a talk by a Professor Paul Knitter. Now, Knitter, he wrote a book called Without Buddhism, I Could Not Be a Christian. And actually, I know folks who have read this book, and it's been very meaningful to them as a Christian. So anyhow, I thought I would recite the guts of this prayer to you who listen to my channel. Where there is hatred, let me so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. May I be a safeguard for those who have no protection, a guide for those who journey along the way. For those who wish to go across the water, may I be a boat, a raft, a bridge. May I be a home port for those who yearn for landfall, and a lamp for those who long for the light. For those who are tired, may I be a resting place. For all who need help, their servant. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. Like the great earth itself and other eternal things, enduring as the sky itself endures, for the boundless multitude of living beings, may I be the ground and vessel of their lives. For every single thing that lives, in number like the boundless reaches of the sky, may I be their sustenance and nourishment, until they pass beyond the bounds of suffering. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Now, that last part about eternal life, again, puts us in contradiction to the whole notion of impermanence within Buddhism. And, we don't know what happens when we die, but certainly within the Pure Land traditions, and within the Shin Buddhist sect in particular, we do view ourselves as going on in some form or other. It's not going to be me, John, with this personality and this form. As a matter of fact, it's a formless realm. It's an inconceivable realm. But there are teachings within Buddhism that talk in terms of eternality. And it's a comforting thought, particularly when you overlay on it the notion, as is done in the Shin Buddhist doctrine, that what happens to us then is we immediately become a Buddha and can return to this earth, to this world of samsara, to fulfill some of these elements within this sublime prayer. So anyhow, I thought I would share that with you, and hope that it maybe resonates to some extent in your own heart. Namo Mita Boots. Namo Mita Boots. Namo Mita Boots.